Hello and welcome to Foregoing Function. We do not care about if the game works. We only care about how much fun we're having. And the game we're playing today is called Reassembly, M to expand map. So this is going to be pretty much... I've played this game before. Oh, whoa. It's been a while though. Right mouse to launch secondary weapon. I have a secondary weapon? What's my secondary? I don't think I actually have a secondary weapon. Press 1 to modify ship. Ooh. P, okay. Commands, exit when finished. Okay. Okay, so this is how we unlock blocks. I have no idea what we're doing. This is binding. Okay. Okay. So it looks like these are the things there. Damage amplifier. Thrusters! Okay, let's put another thruster there and another thruster there. I want to have so much forward momentum, it's insane. There we go. Save. There we go. Now it's going to actually build it onto our ship, as you see. And now we're going to have increased forward momentum. And what we're doing right now is we're picking up a lot of just extraneous kind of like data bits, I guess. They're not really data bits, it's kind of like resource bits. Also, as you can see, some of our stuff got destroyed, but it's okay. As we kind of move around, stuff is going to get rebuilt on us. Right there, it just fixed our forward engine, so now we can actually slow down and turn properly. Anyway, let's just kind of like test the water. Woo! Okay, too much forward momentum. We're kind of getting off into the wrong territory. Follow tutorial objectives to advance. Escape to say quit through to edit ships. Okay. So essentially, you can make your whole space empire if you're really creative, but I'm not creative, so yeah, this is going to go pretty swimmingly. And this is how much we can hold. We have 31 resources out of 301. Basically, blue dots are the resources. Oh, it's not really blue. That's a resource, basically. We got 47. To kind of activate your resources, what you need to do is... Okay. Oh, I'm using the wrong control scheme. What is this control scheme? I don't know how do I switch? G, disengage, engage my target, fire at will. Ship does not contain factory mineral. I want all the HUD. I'm gonna have to cycle through and kind of figure out what it is that controls my view. Not my view. My movement. U is that. Y, T. Auto aim. No, I want auto aim. There we go. No, that's not what I want. Absolute. Yeah, that's what we want. Basically, absolute allows me to control in kind of like the way I'm accustomed to. Basically, the ship, it's basically like a dual stick shooter. The ship tracks the reticle, and then the way you move indicates which direction the ship's going to move in. So, essentially, this allows me, it helps me to pull off like tighter maneuvers. So let's continue. If you want to turn in something, you basically go to one of these big stations. Later, you can actually become one of these big stations. But anyway, these big stations collect resources and produce ships. Like, see, right now it's producing... I don't know what type of ship that is. That looks like it's going to be one of us. You can click on one, and we can start building up some other stuff. Our shields are these purple blocks right here, I believe. So, let's go edit palette. Actually, let's exit, and I think it's I... Okay, there we go. These are all the ships that are within our ability to make. So right now we're going to click here and we're going to make our own ship. So we got a little core, but if you're going to do anything, you need some power. So we're going to pop on some power. These are resource banks. This one is way too big for us. Do we have anything small? No, we don't. So what we're going to need is we're going to need momentum in several directions. It looks like we're mainly all triangle-y, so let's put a couple triangles on. How do I flip it around? Oh, no, looks like that would do it for me. What we're going to do is we're going to pop bombs for these medium-sized thrusters, so front right there. We're going to double stack them. No, let's not double stack them. Is this a strut? No. What we're looking for... Here we go, protector. Now, it produces a big shield around us. Basically, with these protectors, we defend all of these effectively, essentially. So what we need to do is we're getting to the point where we need cannons. So actually, let's take this off, move that there, take this off, move it here. And these are our cannon base. This type of ship, basically you apply mods above your cannons. So we got the cannon base, we got range amplifier, which we're going to use because we need to get it past the front of our ship, essentially. And then damage amplifier, we need a couple of those. Oh, this is a big one. Let's use the big one, I suppose. Big one, big one. We'll do like 2 little ones on top of it. Yeah, 2 little ones, I guess, yeah. And then we're going to put a rate amplifier on it. And this is now our cannon. Basically, the whole gimmick with this type of ship is the kind of weapons level up using the mods. It looks like the tips aren't within our shield capacity, not within our shield range. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to take this out. Would it be in range if we added another protector? No, I don't know why I thought it would be. Oh, but what we can do is move that back, add a protector in the front, and add the power source in the rear. Oh, that doesn't work? Why doesn't that work? I don't get it. Why wouldn't that work? Oh, it's not a protector. This isn't a protector. Huh. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now it works for some reason. Okay. How much power are we producing? We're producing energy generated 40 a second. How much does this use? Energy. Okay. Energy 11 per shot. So we're using 22 per shot. I don't believe the thruster's using any energy. Okay. So now what we can do is we can kind of like improve kind of like the look of our ship a bit. We're going for pure functionality though, so let's add a bit more struts going off like this direction, and then let's add kind of a couple big thrusters here. Now this bit's double kind of covered, so that's fine. The power cores and this thing are very explosive, so what you're going to want to do is surround them in kind of less explosive things like these. And we're going to connect these directly to it. It won't connect up over here, so there's going to be a bit of like structural blah, 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 blah. But it's going to be fine for us. I don't know exactly how much P we have to work with. I know we have at least 300, so we might as well use it all. So we're going to do that, and we're going to need some side thrusters for like quick turnaround, so let's do that instead. And on these we'll use mediums. Yeah, that'll fit it better within it too. Let's use another medium. We want a lot of stopping power, basically. We want to stop quick and turn quick. Let me see, we also need a bunch of forward momentum. And generally with forward momentum, you want it to be your fastest, largest engines. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to stack it out using these, and then we're going to top it off with one of those. Basically, all these engines kind of feed into each other, so that's going to be good for us. These are like little turning engines. Oh, we have nothing for the front. We're going to need something up here. It looks like these little engines are going to have to cut it. These angled engines, though, should help with this. We'll just stack it until it's fully... Yeah, right there. So, yeah, this is a very poor designed ship, I should mention that. Not enough P to build. Okay, save it anyway. How much P do we have? 300 P. Upgrade! Okay, so now we have 330. Is that enough to put it into production? Yes, it is. We're going to say we want to be this unnamed ship. So everything's going to break off us, and it's going to basically reassemble us as this. That's why it's called Reassembly. I bet you picked that up by now. So anyway, this ship is very hard to control without all its engine bits. Anyway, let's test it out. Now, this ship should, in theory, be statistically unbreakable, basically. Let's test that out. We basically got our ass handed to us. Oh, yeah, let's switch control schemes. Yeah, this is what we want. There we go. Let me make sure this is what we want. Okay, so yeah, we have to constantly like go with the cannon. So that's fine. this ship should be absolutely fine for us. We'll actually see, like, the stations and stuff start building this. Now, this ship is not perfect. I should mention that. By no means is this ship perfect. It is not good at all, in fact. As you see, as we continue, more and more stations are getting built. This is because as we move forward in the galaxy... Okay, gotta destroy all these planets. As we basically move forward in the galaxies, the stations are self-replicating, basically. Eventually, we're going to build a ship that has a production facility on it, and then we can start building, like, little drone ships. As I said before, binary damage station to reactivate. Okay, these blue stations out there are actually our stations, too. I should mention that. Let's go reactivate a station. We're going to activate this. There's actually one on there. We're going to go reactivate that one. Now, this ship is actually kind of fast, so it's going to basically destroy itself whenever it runs into something, which is not that good. I have to get used to this. The best ship I ever built in this game was basically a giant frigate. Up. Ship capacity filled, increased capacity. Okay. I didn't... What? Okay. So we have 55 monies, I believe, now. So let's spend our 55 monies on stuff. I believe it's monies. Yeah, that's monies. Solar arrays, we can actually afford that now. What a solar array does is it basically produces resources without having to go mine them. It looks like I fucked up my thing again. Absolute control. There we go, that's what I want. Yeah, this ship doesn't have a lot of weight behind it. I mean, we can basically use our cannons as thrusters. I mean, look at that. Not touching the keyboard right now, I'm just purely using our thrusters as momentum. I believe that's only really a problem with this type of ship. Oh man, there is a lot of stations forming up here. Oh no, those are just ships that have spawn points on them. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're just going to come over here and activate this dead station. And if we just move in very cautiously... Oh, we're not very good at this because remember, our ship is awful. It controls like ass. Oh, we got to basically stay inside the circle long enough. There we go. Now we're nice and slow. The problem is our turning engines are too powerful. So... This is not the one we want to... We're in someone else's fleet control. We want to go into our own fleet control. Fleet. Huh. Saying we're this assault. We're not this stupid looking deal. Oh, one. One is our enemy self. Okay, there we go. How odd was that? Basically, these turning thrusters are too powerful for this. It keeps throwing off the turning. We're going to pop it down to a couple medium thrusters as kind of like the turn. This will hopefully reduce the turn scale. Let's actually compare the power. So, thrust are 70k, these are 30k, so we're reducing it by a factor of 10. Oh, not enough control. We're just going to increase our P a lot. So we should be able to like slide this pretty far now. And let's see. Okay. This controls a lot smoother now. Yeah. Just that minus 10 velocity on each turn actually does a lot to improve the handling. The reason why is this ship is very, very small, so anything like done to it will help, basically. So let's up. What happened here? It still has lasers. Why isn't it firing? Oh, we're in command mode. How do I switch out of command mode? Basically, with command mode, you can buy and like sell things. Not buy and sell crew, basically. How do I switch out of command mode? Oh no. I fucking did a bunch of shit right there. We want there we go. Command mode. I believe it's the tilde tab. There we go. Pilot mode. There. Now we can shoot. Basically, you can mine these things if you want. Yeah, shoot it. We have a lot of. We're so small that these cannons basically are pushing us back. I mean, we need more energy production. We're gonna need more energy protection, so. Because we keep running out of power. So, what we can do here is... No, that's not going to work. Let's take off this big thruster. Let's add in a medium thruster. Let's add in 2 medium thrusters. Oh! Do we not even have a power block? Oh no, the power block's right there. It's just kind of hard to tell with this color scheme. So we're going to add in 2. This right here is our center of mass, basically. You want it as close to the center as possible, generally, so this is superior design. So, okay, let's see if this counteracts its firing. Yes, this supremely counteracts the firing. Yeah. This ship's very agile now. I like it. Hey, is that another? That's another one of us. The problem with this ship, though, is if someone can get behind us, they can basically have a direct shot at, like, the things that explode. That's not good. Generally, I say that I am a absolutely poor ship builder. Let's try to do like a dogfight. Let's see if I'm good enough. We have no range. Okay, that's a flaw with the ship. Basically, you want to kind of figure out what your flaws are and kind of like counteract them. So, oh hey, we blew up his 2 minions, but at least we did. Up. We have so up. I was gonna say we have so many shields. We're actually doing good right now, but we're not. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're going to let's see how much resources do we have. All right, we have 19 credits. We have the solar array. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take this off and we're gonna add a new design. This ship we're going to do is going to be basically just to produce resources. How many resources is this? 5 per second. So we're going to do 2 big ones. We want this to be slightly mobile. We want this to be able to... basically this ship is going to exist purely to generate resources. And the reason we're going to generate resources is so we have capital. And let's just do a bunch of like medium and green throughout this bottom bit. Basically, we don't expect this ship to do a lot, is what I'm getting at. This ship exists purely to generate resources, nothing else. We're going to add 2 big guys in the back here. This ship is going to be incredibly hard to control, basically. So, what we're doing here is we're essentially just building it. Oh, this needs to be... Okay, that's on the outside. This needs to be... We're essentially building a ship that performs one task, and its one task is to generate resources, basically. So, can we squeeze that right there? Oh, yeah, we can. So it's going to produce 3 resources a second, and essentially it's going to be the most uninteresting ship design possible. Thrusters. Ooh, are we going to have shields on it? I guess that's a good question to ask. Protector. What if we just tack on protectors to it? What if we don't really give them any clear reason for being there? Alright, we have like 400. Okay, so we can. Ooh, how are we gonna do this? Protector there? Yeah, let's grab these engines, move those out. Get a protector right there, and then we'll tack in back on. Yeah. And save it, and let's go back into the template and call it solar array. I think I spelled that right. So it's save solar array. Another fun thing is you can actually test these ships out. So we're going to destroy all the things around us, and it's going to grow our solar panels and such on us. Basically, this ship is absolutely terrible beyond the fact that is just really, really good at it produces 3 resources, basically. So with a ship like this, you can just camp out from one of these things and just gain a bunch of resources. But I made it slightly mobile so we can actually move around. It has no guns, but it doesn't need any guns. It basically exists purely to move around the galaxy. I want my ships to I want a bunch of these ships, and I want them to propagate the universe just producing resources. It's always good to have a ship like this just in your fleet because they're so good at propagating resources. As you can see, we're getting a lot of stations generating in this area. This is kind of our home base, so it's absolutely easy for us to defend it. And as you saw right there, the ship is actually too fast. So, basically, I'm not an engineer, but people who are will heavily enjoy this game. Essentially, you can just camp out near one of these things, constantly giving it resources. I mean, look at that. We're doing good. We're getting a ton of capital, and we're essentially ready. And this is how I suggest playing the game, is just making a ship like this until you get what you want. For instance, I want the drone launcher. The reason I like drone launchers and stuff like that are simply because then I never have to do any work fighting things. I can just have my drones do them. We're gonna go way out because this ship takes a lot to slow down, basically. It has so much forward momentum. Alright, we smacked out our side engine, so that's fantastic. So, yeah. The reason I made this mobile is the AI will be better at piloting it than I am, essentially. Here's a place we can dump off some resources. Look at that. Nice little credit return. It's 2 resources equal 1 credit, essentially. So. And then you can constantly just go buy more space for your ships. This is going to be good. Hey, defensive lasers. These are actually really good for us. Oh, we can even get the big solar panel. Velocity amplifier, that'd be good for our bullets. Big protector for big class ships. Defense lasers though, that's gonna be good for us. Sweet. Let's make another ship. This one we're gonna basically go off the assumption that we're just gonna use defense lasers for essentially everything. We're gonna want a lot of generators on this ship. I'm gonna guess 2, 3 of them. Center of mass essentially in the middle. Essentially, this ship is going to be based off the assumption that we don't want to do anything, we just want to do stuff. That's a little gradient going on right there, too. Thrusters. The main thing that I always get caught up on is I always add way too many thrusters to my ship. As you can probably tell by the fact that every ship I've created so far has a huge problem with weight to thrust. So we're gonna do that. Let's add big engines. Don't do it. We're gonna add one of these. Let's add them kind of symmetric. This is a pretty poorly designed ship as well, but I'm gonna introduce kind of that. You can hit this. You can come over to profile. I believe it's profile. Profile. Oh no, that's something else. Tutorial, upgrade, binding. That's what we want. And let's take. Oh, guys. Double click. Okay, we want all defensive lasers to auto fire. Basically, you can select how things happen. This is going to be a pretty small ship as well. But hey, this ship should actually control pretty okay. Oh, nope, never mind. Scratch that. Weight to thrust. What is? This is such a small ship. Basically, we just... I made the ship to demonstrate one concept. Oh, God. Demonstrate a concept. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Okay. So they're all set to auto fire, yes? So what this means is they will automatically fire at enemy units, basically. Ah! Oh my god. Speed. All my ships are just awful because it's like Speed Racer to the max. Okay. Let's get... There should be enemies around us. Yes, there are. So what we can do is... okay, that guy came out. The default designs are way better than the application. Anyway, let's zoom way up on our guy. Now watch. Up. He shot at them for a second. This has been Foregoing Function, playing the game. Bye.